This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show, broadcasting from the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Here's Jason Walker.
Yo, happy Monday. Welcome, Jason Walker Show, inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave. Hope you had a great weekend. We did. Went out to Sebin Ranch and saw the baby lambs, which was really cool. So the lambs that you will be riding in 2 years mutton busting at the Stampede were born just over the weekend. So anyway, more on that maybe. Big show today. We're going to talk to Troy Ross, hashtag Troy Strong, and Coach Wes Ross about the virtual viral video that is awesome and that I was lucky to be a part of. So we'll talk to Troy and Wes Ross coming up a little bit later on. Jamie Pickens will join us, the three-time state champ from Helena High, who last week transferred from the University of Montana to Carroll College. And she will join us coming up here in about 10 minutes or so. Also, we have the Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. You can get some nominations in. And that's just the start of the week. Jamie Pickens and Troy and Wes Ross, which is pretty darn good, right? I mean, that's, I think, awesome. Tomorrow, Flint Rasmussen will join us. PBR is going to open up this weekend in Oklahoma at Lazy E Arena, and we're going to have Flint Rasmussen on tomorrow. Because how are they going to do this? There's more than 5 to 10 people behind the chutes. There's more than 5 people helping one rider usually get going. So how's the social distancing going to work in Guthrie, Oklahoma? So that's tomorrow, Flint Rasmussen. Also tomorrow, Evie Pompouris. She used to be a Secret Service agent. So we're going to talk to her about servicing secrets, being a Secret Service agent. It'll be cool. Wednesday, Kareth Burke will join us. Washington State communications grad, covered UConn women's basketball, covers the Golden State Warriors. She'll join us on Wednesday. Mark Ader will join us Thursday, the Bozeman activities director. And Bob Valvano will join us. Jimmy V's brother will join us on Friday. So we also, next week, Nick McCarville will talk some tennis. Author Kirk McKnight, Don Wilson. Ian Smith, Dr. Ian Smith will join us some point this week as well. So we got a big show, big week, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So Friday, Governor Bullock said that by the end of this week, by the 24th, he will have a plan in place to start phasing in Montana to be back to work and all of that fun stuff, which would be great. Still kind of figuring out how it's going to happen. Some people reading too far into this saying that, oh, well, school's going to start up right away. It's not, which means spring sports will not start up right away either, if at all. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. There's 3 different phases, and we'll find out later this week. But don't get too excited yet, folks. It's not completely back to normal. And it will never probably completely be back to normal. 30 of the 50 states have canceled spring sports. 20 still hanging in the balance, hoping. Montana, one of them. What else happened over the weekend? Well, so this came out today, but we've known this for 3 weeks, Mike Petrino was named the interim head coach at the University of Montana for Lady Grizz basketball. And if you go way back to when, on April 1st, when Shannon Schwayen was not retained, they said that the entire staff would stay, and that includes Jordan Sullivan, Nate Koval, Jace Henderson as assistants. So the Petrino family, we all know the Petrino family. And Mike, it was funny, we talked to Jared Petrino about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, I guess. And Mike, one of the brothers with Jared and Jason, and Mike chose basketball over football, which everybody else in the Petrino family has gone football, but Mike chose basketball, and he's great. He's a great coach. Coached at, the University of Colorado in the Pac-12. He's been an assistant since 2016 with the Lady Grizz. This will be a great thing to watch for the next year, and we'll see if he earns the job next year after becoming the interim. So there you go. What else happened over the weekend? Oh, you got some cool stuff. Almost forgot this. So we gave away a bunch of Gil Brandt autographed cards over on Friday because he was on our show Friday. Wednesday, we're going to have we got a tough trivia question coming on Wednesday. And Gil Brandt, NFL Hall of Famer, former executive of the Dallas Cowboys, and drafted Pat Donovan, by the way, in the 4th round, 90th overall pick. But Gil will have, so I've got the bobblehead autographed. I don't know if it's going to be a bobblehead or a mini helmet or both or something, but something from Gil Brandt will be won here on the show Wednesday. We'll have a big trivia question from Gil on Wednesday, which brings up a point here. I've got all these autographed cards from Gil, and we gave away a bunch on Friday, and I want to give away 5 more today. If you can tell me, and you can tweet me, you can Facebook us, you can email, but how many Pro Bowls did Pat Donovan go to in his 9-year career with the Dallas Cowboys? Pat Donovan blocked for Tony Dorsett on that 99-yard rushing touchdown. Was it 81? Something like that? 80, maybe 82? But anyway, how many Pro Bowls did Pat Donovan go to? And if you're a member of my family, you can't win. But how many Pro Bowls? Pat Donovan, how many was he selected to in his 9-year NFL career with the Dallas Cowboys? You can email jasonwalkersports@gmail.com. You can Facebook us. You can tweet me at jwalkersports. But let me know. I know the answer. If you know the answer, I've got an autographed Gil Brandt Hall of Fame card for you. Okay? So there you go. Let's see, what else? I'm just jacked about this week. We got so many great guests lined up. We've got a great guest lineup today still coming. We're going to talk to the Ross family and Troy and also Wes. Also, Jamie Pickens will join us here in a little bit. The former Montana Lady Grizz and soon-to-be Carroll College Saints women's basketball player. And that's, hold on a second. Let's go back to something. Speaking of Carroll College and the Frontier Conference, and even the Big Sky, there's a Twitter page. They call themselves like a Frontier Conference insider. I have no idea who it is. Keep saying Lady Saints or Lady Bulldogs at Western. There are no lady programs in the Frontier. It's the Western women, Carroll College women. And that comes straight from the Frontier Conference. So if you're a Frontier Conference insider like you claim, at least know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? It's not the Lady Saints. It's not the Lady Argos. It's not the, Lady Skylights. It's just like the Rocky women, Northern women. Okay? Figure it out. I'm right and you're not. But Get it right. And the Lady Grizz are the only lady school or team in the Big Sky Conference. It's not the Lady Bobcats. It's the Bobcat women. Northern Colorado women. Lady Grizz are one of just a few in the nation that have Lady in front. Lady Texers at La Tech, Lady Vols at Tennessee, and the Lady Grizz. There's not many others, if there are any. I know high schools, you get, it's a big deal, lady, whoever's. But for the most part, in college, that's not accurate, okay? So you have the Carroll College women, not the Lady Saints. Yes, they're ladies, duh, but read a press release once in a while. Or if you're a Frontier Conference insider like you say, then, and I challenge you, if you want to debate me on this, I'll challenge you all day long. But get it right, okay? It's not the Lady Saints. It's not the Lady Bears. It's not the Lady Cats, okay? You have Lady Grizz, Lady Texters, Lady Vols, and that's pretty much it. So there you go. All right, I just had to get that off my chest. Drives me nuts when people don't know what they're talking about when they think they do. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, Jamie Pickens will join us. I cannot wait. I haven't talked to Jamie since, well, I guess her senior year of high school. She used to hang out in Coach Peterson's office. Like, I think it was her, time off, or study hall period, but she's funny. And it's a dry sense of humor, and people might actually think Jamie's being serious sometimes when she's not. She's a sweetheart. And I want to talk to her about her decision, leaving Missoula, coming home to Helena to play for Carroll College. And I want to find out, too, what, she's still got school online, but I want to find out what she's been watching during this quarantine. What else is going on in Jamie Pickens' life? What was it like to play with Mackenzie Johnston for a year? We'll find all that out next when we return here on The Jason Walker Show.
Spring is fast approaching and summer is just around the corner, so now is the time to get those windows tinted at Auto Concepts as the sun starts to heat up. Tinting is the best way to keep the sun out of your little one's eyes driving down the road. Plus, it just looks cool. Auto Concepts is your exclusive 3M dealer for tinting as well as the best clear bras in town. Auto Concepts clear bras will not fade or yellow over time. And don't forget about suspension lifts and power steps for your rig too. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com or check them out on Facebook. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. During this time of uncertainty and stay-at-home orders, Dinners Done Right wants to remind you that they're still open. Just go to dinnersdoneright.com, place your order, and then pick it up for dinner that night, or plan ahead and order for the weekend. It's easy. Visit dinnersdoneright.com, register, pick your meals, then pick them up, or stop in and grab meals out of the front freezer. Dinner's Done Right's taking extra precautions with extra cleanings going on with every piece of equipment and personnel. Dinner's Done Right thanks you for your continued support, and may we all stay safe and healthy during this time.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back on a Monday, Jason Walker Show. Still to come, the Ross family. Coach Wes, son Troy, will join us. And a whole lot more. Tell all your friends because that's a fun interview. This is a good song. We've been choosing some really good songs lately. Wonder if our next guest enjoys it. We'll talk to her about that in a second. Hey, by the way, get on the schedule right now for all your lawn, pest, and tree needs. Visit nitrogreenhelena.com, 443-5088. They will take care of... Nobody likes insects around their house, so they'll take care of it. All right. Bringing our first guest today on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Do you like this song?
I really do. I was honestly dancing to it. I'm going to be honest, I was dancing to it. So.
I like that. Joining us on the Jason Walker Show, it is three-time state champ, two-time Montana Gatorade Player of the Year, and soon-to-be Carroll College Saint. It is Jamie Pickens. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You know, I was just telling people, I haven't talked to you, I think, your senior year of high school. I used to come and interview Coach Peterson every Tuesday. And you were always in his office, and I have no idea what you were doing in there because it was the middle of the school day.
You know, I like to get away there. I do my homework there, and the real reason is there's a stash of M&Ms under his drawer. He refills it every time it goes out, and that's why I was in there all the time.
I like that, and now he's gone. He's retired, so to speak, from coaching. Now he gets to watch you every game at home. This will be kind of cool.
I know it's going to be really exciting, and along with everyone else that has supported me through high school. So it's going to be awesome.
Jamie Pickens joining us. All right. We're not going to talk anything super serious, but the decision to leave your dream school and dream team to come play for your hometown team at Carroll, how tough was that?
It was really hard. I formed relationships with a lot of people, and I made certain bonds that were unbreakable. And I had teammates that were my second family, and I was with them all the time, and the coaching staff was great over there. And, the fans are amazing. That's what they're known for. So really everyone I met was super great to me, and it was really hard to leave, but I think I needed to make a change. And since there were things changing over there, I think I needed to make one too.
Definitely, as Jamie Pickens joins us here. So was it Carroll, or was there any other school that you were looking at maybe transferring to?
I definitely thought about other schools, but once I got in the portal, I contacted Rochelle, and, I've grown up around her and gone to her camps, and so I've really gotten a chance to know what her program's about.
Mm-hmm.
Once I needed to make that change, I knew that Rochelle was, going to care for me on and off the court, so I knew that Carroll was a good decision. Of course, I'm a homebody. I think that people are close to me know that, and it's a great school for what I'm doing. I'm going into medical school, so it's great for that. So there was just so many things about Carroll that I loved, and I thought it was a great opportunity for me.
Also joining former teammate who you won a couple of state titles with in Camden Hilborn after she left. So you got a Cat and a Grizz all coming back to Carroll and teaming up again. That'll be fun to play with her again, I bet.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. We've grown up together. Our families have been super close, and the fact that we just get to be on the court together again is awesome. Bringing back so many memories, and we've had success in the past, and we've had fun while doing it, so I'm hoping we can continue that.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of Carroll fans that are hoping that too, because like I said, you won a couple of state championships together. One girl that you got to play with before she graduated, and you never got to play against her in high school, travel ball and stuff like that, but Mackenzie Johnston, the former Capital star, she had such a great career with the Lady Grizz. What was she like to play with?
She was really amazing to play with. I mean, she passed the ball well, and she was a great player, but even better than that was off the court, her attitude, and she wanted to win, and she was nice while doing it. She really took me under her wing, and I'm so thankful for that. And she was just, it was amazing to play with her, and I got the chance to do that, and it was so special. I mean, my sister actually played with her when they were both younger, and I remember doing drills with them when I was little, so the fact that I got to play with her was almost a dream, you could say, and it was a good time.
All right, so I have to ask you this, Jamie, because, again, I haven't talked to you since senior year for basketball in high school. You played softball in high school until your senior year and decided, you know what, I'm just going to go throw the javelin and see how I can do, and you ended up doing pretty well.
Yeah, no, it was a fun time. Sheila Williams really helped me out. She spent so much time on me, and we had fun while doing it, obviously, and I just wanted something new, and it was really fun time, and state was also fun because, you know, you don't really expect to get second place when you do it that year, but I just want to thank the people that, you know, helped me throughout that whole thing. It was really fun. Nice, right. Refreshing season.
For sure, yeah. You know, Coach Schulte was a little bummed though, but I'm sure he understood.
Yeah, he did understand. He's a good guy.
You got some great coaches in high school. You had some great coaches your first year of college. You're going to have some great coaches at Carroll too, with obviously Coach Sayers, but then, you know, Bailey Pasta and Hannah Dean and JD Solomon. You watched Hannah when she played at Carroll. What from her game are you looking forward to learning the most?
Hannah Dean was a dominant player, and she really, you know, she finished strong in every play, and she went as hard as she could all the time. So I'm super excited for that. I just think her dominance was the biggest thing when I watched her. Like, she had that look in her eye, like no one was going to beat her and no one was going to take the ball from her, and she was going to finish strong. So I think that's the part that I'm really looking forward to.
Definitely. Jamie Pickens joining us here, Jason Walker Show. All right. Working or online schooling, how hard is that?
It's not too bad. The school's actually doing pretty good organizing everything. I mean, chem labs are honestly impossible to do at home, so that's non-existent. But yeah, chemistry and all that stuff is kind of hard, but they're doing a really good job organizing it, so no complaints.
So you can't just, you know, blow stuff up in your kitchen and say, hey, look, I did a lab.
No, I guess that's not how it works. I mean, I wish it was, but no, my parents would not be happy with that.
Oh, Jamie Pickens joining us here, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. All right, so aside from the online schooling, how have you spent quarantine time?
I've definitely tried to stay in shape while I'm at home and making the best of not being able to go into a gym, which is killing me. But, of course, Netflix binging. Who doesn't watch Netflix? And lately I've been into Super Mario Bros. And I've been playing with one of my best friends, and we've been doing it all night. So that's my new thing.
All right, so what's your go-to that you watch on Netflix?
Oh, that's a good one. Me and my parents have been watching Breaking Bad every night for the past month. So we're really getting into that.
See, and I've never watched it. I've watched the first episode, and I think I'd like it. So I think I need to just start watching it again. I've been watching House, and I got like 6 episodes left, and then I can finish that series up, which is a good one.
Yeah, you need to start watching it for sure.
I should. Ozark, I'm told, is good too.
Yeah, I've heard that too, and I've heard it's similar to Breaking Bad, so maybe I need to get into that.
Jamie Pickens joining us here. Okay, so have you watched Frozen 2?
I mean, who hasn't watched Frozen 2?
Well, I've got an almost 2-year-old, so I've watched it literally every day for the last month, along with Frozen. Which is better, 1 or 2?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard one. I think 1. I mean, most movies, their originals are better, so I think I would go with 1. Yeah. 1
is definitely good. See, because Let It Go is better than Into the Unknown, is like the big songs, right?
Right. I don't know. I would say Into the Unknown's better, but the overall movie for the first one is better.
Okay. What else? So growing up, who's your favorite Disney princess?
Oh gosh, you know, I wasn't much of a Disney princess girl. I was more of like a Cars, and you know, I had a basketball in my hand since I was 8 years old.
True.
So, you know, I wasn't really into princesses. I was outside and playing in the dirt. mostly.
Jamie Pickens joining us here, Jason Walker Show. All right, so musically, you like the song I played coming back from break, but what else do you like musically? Because you
like it
dance
all,
to a lot of
honestly.
stuff.
No, yeah, I'm a dancer. I'm not afraid to whip out the dance moves, and they're pretty good, I'd have to say. Probably better than my basketball skills.
I don't know about that. I've seen you dance on the court, and I have to go with basketball skills.
You think? I don't know. It's a close one.
It
It's
is
a
close.
one.
All right, let's go back to high school. Who was the better dancer on the team?
Okay, it was me. I was a better dancer for sure. I wasn't a good singer, but I was a good dancer.
Who's the best singer from those high school days?
Oh gosh, probably Taylor Hewitt. Yeah, she's definitely the best singer. My senior year, probably. Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably Vanessa Walsh.
Ooh, okay, I like that. Yeah, that's probably a good pick. What was Camden like as a singer?
You know, Camden really belted her songs. She was a Carrie Underwood girl, and she would just scream it to the top of her lungs, and I respect that. It was pretty good.
All right, which is better, bus trips in high school or bus trips in college?
Gosh. You know, for Helena High, we took what we called it the prison bus, and my knees never had room, so I always had to put them in the aisle. So I'd probably stay in college, but we didn't take a bus much in college. We flew everywhere.
Yeah.
So I would go with college, though.
So I got to ask you this, because you went 0-2 against the Bobcats in your college career. There's a good chance that Carroll's going to play the Cats at least a couple of times. How are you going to beat them?
You know, I can hardly wait to play them, but I can't. I'm looking forward to that day. We'll go through this when we get to that day, but when we do, I'm excited, and I think it can happen.
You know,
I know it can happen. I don't think it can happen. I know it can happen.
Well, Carroll almost beat you guys last year.
Oh yeah, they've always been a great team. I mean, Rochelle's built this winning culture, and they've always been good. I mean, they're never an easy team to play. I'll admit that.
All right, so over the last half dozen years, watching the Saints women, who were your players that you really liked watching play in the purple and gold?
Oh gosh, there was a few. Michaela Dowdy, Bailey Watson was one. Jolene Fuzezi, she I didn't ever watch her play, but I've heard it was a great time.
Great time. So she was one of your coaches in high school. Does she brag on herself, or is this other people telling you how good she was?
No, she would never brag about herself. It was always Coach B hyping her up. But we knew she was good, and you see her in the Hall of Fame all the time. So
well, yeah,
she's on a cup. She's on the Carroll Cup. Like you have to know she's good. She's on the cup.
Sure. Are you going to be on a cup when your career's said and done?
You know, I really hope so. That's my goal, to end up on a cup.
Hey, I just got a Facebook message. Kennedy Ross, Troy's older sister, says hi.
Oh, tell them hi for me.
I will. They're listening, so you just said hi to them. Troy is coming up on the show here in about 10 minutes or so, which is very cool.
Awesome.
All right, Jamie, you mentioned pre-med, and what do you hope to do with your degree in a few years when you finally get it?
You know, I'm not really sure. I'm going to get past grad school and then either PT or PA. I'm not really sure yet. So there's two options right now.
Okay. Toughest class that you've taken so far, besides chemistry, apparently?
Oh, I was going to go right with chemistry. Organic chemistry has definitely been the worst.
Easiest class?
Oh, easiest class. That's a good question. You know, I really like biology, so I would say my first biology class, first semester, was probably my easiest one.
What was your go-to in college or in high school? Like, what was your favorite class then?
See, math in high school is not too hard, so I would probably go with math because I like to do math. But once we get into calculus and stuff like that, I'm out.
So I'm going to tell you a story about myself. When I started college back in 2011 or whatever, obviously non-traditional student, but I had to take calculus, and I still haven't passed it. 5 times I took calculus and could not get past. When you start putting numbers and letters and squiggly lines together, I just don't understand it. Why is calculus? Why is it? That's my question.
It's brutal. I don't know. Whoever invented it was not a very nice person.
Oh, Jamie, it's going to be great to have you back in Helena full time. And I can't wait till we can have you in studio when this quarantine deal is all said and done. You've always been such a great person to talk with. You're intimidating. You know that? I'm going to flat out say you are an intimidating person. In the best way.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I wish I wasn't. People get to know me and they know I'm a teddy bear at heart. I'm not. I shouldn't be intimidating. I think it's just because I'm tall.
Well, you are tall and I am not. So, but you are, but you're intimidating just because you're so good at literally everything you do, apparently except calculus.
Yeah. Calculus is a weak for me, weak spot. But yeah, I'm excited for the season. I hope that, I'm going to come in and earn everything. Just like you said, I don't want to be intimidating, especially to my teammates. So.
Well, I think you'll be fine. I know that Maddie Garretts and Genesis Wilkinson are looking forward to working with you. You guys can learn a lot from each other because you're all the same age. So I have a feeling that the bigs for Carroll are going to be, because Maddie G is a funny person like you. It's going to be fun to watch the two of you interact together.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I've already talked to her a little bit, and she seems funny, and Genesis as well. I'm pretty sure I'm living with her next year, so we're going to have a good time.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, we're happy you're back. We're, it sucks that you're leaving the Big Sky, but you're literally a girl that could play anywhere in the country at any level, and it's a treat for Carroll College to have you back home, and we're looking forward to watching you play all season long. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. It was great.
Jamie, we'll talk to you soon. Appreciate it. That is Jamie Pickens joining us here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. What? She's funny. She is hilarious. So now I got to ask Coach Peterson about his what was it, the M&Ms under his desk drawer. So, yeah, you learn certain things, and it's fun. What a great lady, though, and Carroll College is definitely lucky to have her back home. And that team next year is going to be, wow, so much fun to watch. When you talk about the guards for Carroll and, Sienna Swanick and Jaden Lyman, obviously Camden Hilborn, and then you throw in the bigs with Maddie G and Jamie Pickens and Genesis Wilkinson. And let's not forget Danny Wagner, who can shoot it. She's got in the gym range. And, there's a bunch others that I'm missing, but this is going to be a really fun team to watch. Carroll's going to be picked to win the Frontier again next year. There's no question in my mind. But there you go. So Jamie Pickens joining us, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. It's not just a home or a bundle or a combo. State Farm agent Mike Miller sees your home and cars, things you work really hard for. And he understands what things really mean to you. And he's here to help you give them the protection they deserve. Talk to State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena for your home and auto insurance today. Still to come on this day in history and a whole lot more. But you go back to Jamie Pickens. Oh, and we'll also be joined by Troy and Wes Ross coming up here in about 10 minutes or so, just under 10 minutes. But you go back to Jamie, and she was great in softball for Helena High. And then her senior year, she just decides, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to go off for track. And I'm going to go ahead and take second in javelin her senior year after 1 year, less than a year, really, of throwing the javelin. And I said it last week, and I said it to Jamie just now, that she could literally play anywhere in the country for basketball. And I believe that. From the SEC to the NAI, she can literally play anywhere. And it's going to be fun to watch her and Carroll College moving forward for the next 3 years, because she's going to be really, really good. And, you go back to, and I bring up Carroll, but you go back to a few years ago, Northern was Asia Edwards. Nobody could stop her. You couldn't defend her in the half court. Cassie Hashley was the same. You couldn't defend her at all. And Christine Denny is like that for Carol now. And you throw in, her at the 4 and Jamie at the 5. I mean, they're both so good. Jamie's going to be that post player, but she loves to step out and hit the 3. Hannah Dean was another one that you just couldn't guard. Parker Esri at Providence. Hannah Dean was really got into her head for a couple of years. But there's certain players, Markayla Francis at Rocky this past year, you just couldn't guard her. And Carol has that now, again, down in the post with Jamie coming to town. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Troy Ross and Coach Wes Ross. The viral virtual video that is, it's a game of virtual catch, and it has been fun to see who all has gotten into it. And we got to do it. We were humbled enough to do it a few weeks ago, but it keeps growing and growing and growing. And we'll talk to the Ross family when we return here on the Jason Walker Show. This last segment brought to you by our friends at Ruckers Furniture.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Ruckers Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Ruckers, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918. Or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
I'm done with this.
Thinking about trying something new? The Montana Air National Guard has so many exciting career fields to choose from, many that can open up opportunities in your civilian life. The best part? You'll be getting paid to learn a new trade skill right here at home. What are you waiting for? Let's get you in school and get you paid. Contact Leek Fecto at 406-788-8962.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back on a Monday, Jason Walker Show. Man, still reading some great comments about Jamie Pickens' interview. Got this. This one was great. Jolene Fusezzi, Lloyd, said, Jamie, I'm a way better dancer than you. Oh, and golfer. I didn't know Jamie golfed. I'll have to get all these ladies out on the golf course. Kick my butt for sure. Jolene also adds, I wouldn't even be mad if you take my spot on the cup. That's fantastic. That is awesome stuff. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. If you want to re-listen to the interview with Jamie later, you can. JasonWalkerShow.com. You can rewatch it as well. And we'll have it up shortly after the show comes to an end today, which is always sad. Our next guest will join us soon on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. But don't forget that the Jason Walker Show is brought to you in part by Manscaped. And Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. And you got the NFL Draft coming up this weekend. You know, it's about new beginnings. And at Manscaped, our sponsor's here to give you a new beginning as well. Get the Perfect Package 3.0. It comes with a new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof, cordless body trimmer, LED light on it, amazing. Also, a ton of other liquid formulations. So the wife actually said I smell good today because I'm using the Manscaped. This unbelievable. The cologne, so good. Crop Reviver, Crop Preserver. Order now and get 2 free gifts. The Shed Travel Bag, which is awesome. It's like really nice. I think it's real leather or something, but it's really nice. Anyway, it's a $40 value. You can get it free. Also, anti-chafing Manscaped boxer briefs. Go to manscaped.com, use the code WALKER20, that's WALKER, and get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code WALKER20, WALKER20. All right, still to come on this day in history and a whole lot more as we get set to wrap up on a Monday here, but bringing our next guest on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. I don't know if you've seen the videos yet. You need to, though. Go to anywhere on Twitter. Find Coach Wes Ross on the Twitter. And I think it's Coach Ross 82. And you can also find him on Facebook and at MT Troy Strong on Twitter as well. And joining us now to talk about that viral virtual catch video is two of the most amazing people in the world, Coach Wes Ross and his son, Troy Ross. They join us now here on the Jason Walker Show. All right, guys. So this thing's really gone viral, Coach. I'll start with you real quick, but you got over 50 new videos over the weekend.
Yeah, it's been quite the experience. It's been pretty humbling and very exciting for all these folks to play along and keep our boy entertained while he is kind of under lock and key until we can get back to real football. which I think everybody's hoping for. Troy, you got a whole bunch of new videos over the weekend. Which one is still your favorite? Is it Bob Stitt, or is it mine, or is it Mike Van Diest? Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite, Troy? Is that Coach Stitt?
Ryder.
Oh, Ryder?
Ryder Meyer. That's a good one.
Yeah, it was the whole family, wasn't it, buddy?
Yeah, that was a good one over the weekend. I saw that with Ryder and Les and the rest of the family.
That was a good one.
Yeah, and Bob Stitt all the way from Texas still. And Coach, he's been, take away everything from the coaching days at the Grizz, but he's been a big supporter of Troy and the family since Troy got sick.
Yeah, we call him Coach Bob in our family. It was kind of the nickname that Troy stuck with when he was little and didn't quite understand names and people were, but it's pretty just amazing the relationship we've established with Coach. When he left the Grizz off to Oklahoma State, kept in touch with us, then off to Texas State. Still keeps in touch periodically, sends us stuff. His kids have gotten to know Troy, so it's been more than just a guest appearance at a hospital to see a little fan. It's turned into quite an ordeal and relationship, to say the least.
Troy, you really like Coach Stitt. What's your favorite piece of clothing or memorabilia that he sent you?
What did you say?
What? I love this kid. What's your favorite piece of clothing that Coach Stitt has sent you?
Was it the footballs or the jerseys or the poster of the superheroes?
The Grizz helmet.
The Grizz helmet?
Oh, the Grizz helmet.
Cool. That was from you, though.
Oh, that was not.
Yeah, it was. It was my birthday.
Oh,
he's got a whole bunch of stuff from Coach, so.
That is awesome. Troy and Wes Ross, our guests here on the Jason Walker Show. The hashtag is Troy Strong, and we all know about the illness, but How tough has it been for the whole family, Coach, to be stuck inside and not really be able to leave anywhere except your front yard?
You know, we were talking about that the other day, my wife and I, and actually had mixed emotions. It's kind of challenging when you've got a sick child to explain to a little boy why we can't go do things like that. But when you really break it down, it's actually been kind of easy. We spent 3 months in the intensive care unit in isolation out in Seattle. That room is no bigger than our living room, so it's kind of an upgrade. We got our whole house and the front yard now.
Well, there you go. And of course, let's not forget older sister Kennedy, because she's been through this too. But she's just loves her little brother.
She's an amazing young lady. We're very blessed to have her around, and she's been a trooper through this whole thing, and just been a rock star.
So Troy, how many videos do you know have you gotten?
181.
181?
He's pretty close, to be honest. He's got to be over 150 or so.
Oh, man. So he's not just making numbers up. He's throwing this out there for real. Like, I've got 181. That is super cool. What started the idea?
Honestly, it was just Troy and I were throwing the ball one day, and, you know, neighborhood kid would always play catch with Troy, and when that couldn't happen anymore, my wife's pretty clever, so she came up with the idea and started out with my father, Larry Ross, throwing a pass, and kind of took off from there with Grandpa Bob, my wife's father, and next thing you know, we had former players I coached and coaches I've worked with or coached against or gotten to know, and taken off. We had a kind of, I call him the Twitter sensation right now, a coach out of Texas. He's doing these TikTok videos, and he did one, and it just blew up. I mean, I stopped looking at my Twitter feed this weekend. It was 50 to 100 notifications every 10 minutes. So,
wow.
It's just been a fun thing, take our mind off, trying times, and something positive versus negative. And, you know, we try to find the joy in just about anything when you're going through something like we're going through.
No doubt about it. All right, so who do you still not have, Troy, that you'd really like to have a video sent and play catch with?
Who are we hoping to really throw the ball to us, Troy? Plays for the what guy? What Seahawk? I don't think I heard you.
Russell Wilson. He came to visit you guys in the hospital, which is a pretty cool deal. And I know there's a lot of people that have tagged him in these videos, Coach, to try and get. He hasn't responded yet?
Not yet, but we've got some folks reaching out. We've been pretty resourceful. We've reached out to Will Disley, that's playing for the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some Montana connections that reaching out. I've got some friends that work in the journalism field, and they're tied into former teammates of Russell's or connections. And so some way, somehow, he'll see this, and we'll get it hopefully arranged for a game of catch.
I'm looking at the show in the Twitter video right now of Coach Mihelish down at Capitol, and they did a very nice job putting together, about 6 or 7 throws?
Yeah, I actually texted Coach yesterday and told him what a great job he did, and, what a bang-up crew. I mean, those girls' resumes are on fire, all their commits.
I didn't know that Coach was that technologically sound.
He's got one up on me. I'll give him that.
The Ross family joining us here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. This is just cool. And what I love about it is it's bringing attention to autoimmune disorders. And, we think, Coach, about the coronavirus and everything that, people have to stay home, and it's tough for these people and whatnot. But it really affects Troy. I mean, he has to be more careful. And so do you guys, more than really a lot of people that live in the state of Montana.
It's very difficult, and most people don't quite understand how that works. And I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means, but we've learned a lot in this 2.5, 3 year span since Troy was diagnosed with pulmonary capillaritis. But, it's challenging. I mean, there's a lot of things you need that we kind of have to pause. This weekend I needed to run to the hardware store, and I thought, do I really need to run to the hardware store?
Mm-hmm.
We've learned a lot of ways to support small businesses and our friends online, or people will help us out. So, we're doing our part to keep everyone going. But, yeah, it's very difficult. Masks wherever we go, and when I've had to absolutely go somewhere, we've had some friends make us masks. Troy has an N95 mask that he wears when he's outside a lot of times. So it's a challenging, difficult thing, but I think if we all play our part, we'll knock this thing down and hopefully get back to what we all love and expect to be normal life soon.
With the coronavirus or COVID-19 or whatever, it's allowed you guys to stay home more with the family, but and a lot of families are in this position where you're spending more and more time with the kids. I'm lucky where I don't have school kids right now. Obviously, being in the teaching industry helps, but what's your advice to people who aren't teachers trying to help their kids right now?
Be patient. I'm not a teacher myself. A lot of people don't know that. I work at a high school, but I actually work as the advancement director at the private high school here. So I do the fundraising, grant writing, alumni relations. But my wife, the teacher, would probably be the best one on that. I've learned this much. Be patient, hang in there. I've tried to help my children with their homework. My daughter's only a second grader, and I don't want to sound dumb, but sometimes that homework can be daunting. So I can't imagine what some of the high school and honor students are dealing with right now.
There's no doubt about that. I actually started college a while ago, way as a non-conforming unit or student, but just because I couldn't understand my son's like 5th and 6th grade homework at the time.
Yeah, wasn't there a TV series about that or something?
I probably, yeah. But sir, I couldn't. I had to start college just to refresh my math memory. Math is the hardest.
Are you smarter than a 4th grader? I think it was called.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, no, I'm not. So the Ross family joining us here. A few final questions. Troy, when you are getting these videos from all of these awesome people, how much do you smile?
You smile a lot, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How big do you smile?
I think you probably have the best smile, Troy, that I've seen in a long time, just because you're always happy.
Got no choice but to be happy, right, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And of course, how much do you love your sister? Because she gets to help out and do all this stuff with you. Lots. This is fantastic. So we're still waiting for Russ Wilson, but who else would you guys? I mean, I know Mike Van Diest was a part of it, and a lot of other media people across the state and across the region. But besides Russell Wilson, Coach, who else do you want to try and get involved?
It's the game is we just told people it's open to anyone. Anyone that wants to jump in. Polson High School just jumped in this weekend. I don't know, to be honest, anybody up there. I do now, but they caught wind of it, and a couple of their folks jumped on board. We've had pretty much everybody in the state represented from the universities. And this isn't just a football game. It can be anybody. We inspired a softball coach out of Havre to start a softball game. So it's open to basketball players, softball players, tennis, anyone that can't play their given sport right now. If they want to jump in, throw a golf ball, ping pong ball, whatever you're into, and let's have a little fun until we get back to normal, hopefully.
Hopefully that's very soon. You're still waiting to get really going with your new team with the Mustangs up there.
Yeah, it's interesting being a first-year head coach, and I've had probably 2 weeks to get to know them, and talk to them, have meetings. So we really haven't had a whole lot of opportunity. I keep in touch with them on a messaging app that the school set us up on, so that's been nice that I can talk to them, see how they're doing, if they have questions or want to talk. Right now, I just keep telling them, emphasize, take care of those grades. That's the golden ticket in life. And every college coach that's been reaching out, wanting to know about the upcoming seniors, tells me the same thing. We're looking for kids that can handle adversity and take care of their business in the classroom. So I keep emphasizing that message to them, and I'm looking forward to being able to hopefully do a little bit more as we can.
You know, that's a great point, too, because, you know, and it really fits in with this whole Troy Strong message, because a lot of kids right now that are struggling with classwork or, you know, or adversity of not being able to graduate or not being able to have a senior prom and things like that, that really pales in comparison to what it really boils down to when you look at a kid like Troy who can't even go outside without a mask on. And I think you just put it into perspective for a lot of people, I hope.
I hope so. You know, I mean, I feel for this graduating class. They've been through the ringer, but I believe they're going to come out stronger. They're going to have memories that they'll never forget. I'm coming up on my 20-year reunion next year. I couldn't imagine what their 20-year reunion is going to be like. That's going to be one heck of a party.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's very well deserved. They should get a reunion every year for the next 20 years. Coach, we appreciate the time, and I know it's been kind of a weird thing with the technology. I'll have to get Coach Mihelish to come show me some of this stuff, but appreciate it. You guys stay strong and stay safe, and hopefully we can meet in person someday. I got some stuff I'm going to send to the kids because I just appreciate your family.
We appreciate you taking time out of your day to invite us to your show, and like I said, game's open to anyone who wants to play, and hit us up on Twitter or Facebook, and at Coach Ross82 or at MT Troy Strong on Twitter. So have a great day, Jason. Thanks for your time.
That is the Ross family, Troy and Wes, and got a great message on Facebook from Larry Ross. It said, "Thank you to everyone that has virtually thrown Troy a pass and caught one. Grandpa's very appreciative. Come on, Russell Wilson." We need to get Russell Wilson. It's like the one that Troy really wants. Let's make this happen. So there you go. Special thanks to those guys for joining us. Man, I got to follow in the story a couple years ago, and talking to Troy we tried to do the Zoom thing, and I was having a bunch of internet connection problems, but Troy is funny. Troy is very, very funny, and love that family. Can't wait to meet them in person. What are we doing? On this day in history now? Yeah, I think that's what we do. It is brought to you by our friends at the Motherlode Sports Bar, Casino, and Restaurant. Get a hold of them. Order ahead, just like all of our fantastic food sponsors. Cafe Zydeco, Dinner's Done Right, the Motherlode. Order ahead, curbside delivery. And by the way, if you've not become a member at Green Meadow Country Club, you need to. Tell them you saw it or heard it on the Jason Walker Show. You get the golf. It's carts starting today, but you get out there, and you can also get food to go from Green Meadow. So become a member, all right, and support all of our great sponsors. On this date, brought to you by the Motherlode. What is today? It is National Cheddar Fries Day. It is Lima Bean Respect Day. Lima Bean Respect Day. Okay. Look-alike Day and Pineapple Upside Down Cake Day. On this date in 1887, Georges Bouton won the first world motor race on a steam-powered quadricycle. It was a test organized by the French newspaper Le Velocipede. 1912, Fenway Park officially opened. 1912, Tiger Stadium in Detroit officially opened. 1916, Wegman Park, now known as Wrigley Field, opened up. 1939, Ted Williams, the greatest hitter of all time, got his first hit off of Yankee, by the way. It was a double. 1988, the Baltimore Orioles set the worst record to start a season, 0-14. They would finish 0-21 before they won a game. 1997, Mark McGwire became the fourth to home run. 3-2-1. 1997, Mark McGwire became the fourth to hit a home run on Detroit Tigers' left field roof. Others were Frank Howard, Harmon Killebrew, and Cecil Fielder. 2008, Danica Patrick, driving for Andretti Green Racing, wins the Indy Japan 300 at Motegi, the first female driver in history to win an IndyCar Series race. Happy birthdays today, Steve Spurrier, Hall of Fame quarterback, Heisman Trophy winner, 1966. His birthday, 1945. Born on this date, 1961, Don Mattingly. And also on this date, 1972, Carmen Electra, who was born Tara Lee Patrick. Not that Tara Patrick, who was born in Great Falls, by the way. But yeah, Carmen Electra's birthday today, 1972. All right, your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. I got to go with Rochelle Sayers getting Jamie Pickens after Pickens transferred from the University of Montana over to Carroll College. That is your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Running a little late. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Great show today. Lots of fun. Jamie Pickens joined us. If you want to listen to it, you can. JasonWalkerShow.com. Also, Troy and Wes Ross, hashtag Troy Strong. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. Got some stuff in the mail for you this week as well. Tomorrow on the show, Flint Rasmussen will join us, talk about the return of the PBR this weekend in Oklahoma. Also, Evie Pompouras, former Secret Service agent for the Bushes, Clintons, Obamas, will join us coming up tomorrow here on the Jason Walker Show. Thanks to everybody. Don't forget, Pat Donovan. How many Pro Bowls did he go to? Tweet us, Facebook us, email us. Got some autographed Gil Brandt stuff coming your way. And Wednesday, a big gift from Gil coming up. We'll see you tomorrow for Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.